Welcome to this lecture on Smart Contracts 2025 Evolution, where we trace how programmable agreements have transformed finance and infrastructure. Over the next few slides, we'll map the technical milestones, security lessons, and emerging practices that shape today's ecosystems, and preview how standards, interoperability, and new primitives are setting the stage for borderless liquidity and real-world integration. The first wave began with Ethereum and Solidity, which turned blocks into a general-purpose platform and made smart contracts programmable money. ERC20 and early dApps unlocked ICO-fueled growth, but also exposed security gaps. That initial boom set the agenda: innovation and adoption on one side, and a decade-long push to harden protocols and make smart contracts safer and more reliable on the other. DeFi transformed single-purpose scripts into composable money Legos, spawning AMMs, yield farming and flash loans that drove rapid growth and large hacks that cost billions. The industry responded with a security imperative, formal verification, aggressive bug bounties, audit races, and new standards that together began to stabilize composability and pave the way for mainstream financial use cases. By 2025, the focus shifted from gas wars to borderless liquidity, driven by three forces: scaling and fee reduction through rollups and sidechains, interoperability enabling multi-chain dApps, and an architectural move toward modular execution, settlement, and data availability. Together, these trends cut fees, dissolve single-chain constraints, and prepare the plumbing for seamless, global asset movement and liquidity aggregation. Adaptive DeFi 2 brings intelligence on-chain, where data feeds and oracles from market sentiment to IoT telemetry feed smart contract logic that can autonomously reroute liquidity, update risk parameters, and provide real-time price insurance. Over time, off-chain bots and heuristics migrate into on-chain primitives, enabling agreements that self-optimize without requiring a human veto on routine operations. Cross-chain liquidity and governance standards aim to make assets portable and operations atomic across networks. New bytecode standards and atomic operations let custody, settlement, and protocol governance interoperate between ecosystems like Ethereum, Solana, and Polkadot, offering users single-click portability and validators, shared state proofs that unlock deeper liquidity and reduce the incentive for chain maximalism. Zero-knowledge proofs have become a core tool for balancing privacy and compliance, enabling ZK rollups that shield KYC, supply chain invoices, and medical data while producing auditable trails. This secure shielding opens mainstream business use cases by giving regulators selective visibility, protecting enterprise confidentiality, and preserving user self-custody, so privacy and oversight can coexist at scale. Smart contracts can also be climate-positive instruments by combining proof-of-stake economics, carbon-aware scheduling, and Layer 2 optimizations. Contracts can auto-shift computation to regions with renewable surplus, batch transactions during wind peaks, and mint and retire carbon credits inside the same lifecycle, turning code from an energy liability into an active climate asset. On-chain asset migration covers real estate rent, treasury bills, and shipping invoices, turning them into compliant smart securities with fractional ownership, global access, and instant settlement. This migration lowers minimum investments, enables 24/7 settlement that cuts broker fees, and helps SMEs collateralize invoices for instant liquidity, unlocking new investor pools worldwide. Bridging code and law is essential for large-scale adoption, which is why smart clauses embed arbitration paths, jurisdictional elections, and regulatory hooks. Courts increasingly accept on-chain events and digital signatures as evidence, creating enforceable outcomes and narrowing the gap between deterministic code and human law, a shift that invites more institutional capital into blockchain markets. AI-curated DAOs introduce machine-optimized governance with automated life cycles. Systems spin up organizations, hire contributors autonomously, allocate treasuries via rules, and sunset projects based on KPIs. Governance becomes a living organism, where token holders reserve constitutional changes while machine-driven micro-decisions evolve in real time, enabling faster, objective-driven coordination, and resource allocation. Looking toward 2030, security moves from reactive firefighting to predictive immunity. Formal verification and reinforcement learning detect exploit patterns, auto-patch vulnerable modules, and redeploy upgrades supervised by multi-sig scientist DAOs. The result is a self-healing network that anticipates attacks, rewrites vulnerable logic, and preserves contract integrity through automated, provable defenses.